Hi guys. So I'm really excited that the book came in the mail. Vacation Under the Volcano, that's what we left off on. So I'm going to read the first chapter for you guys, and then you can listen to it and see it whenever you want. All right, so chapter 1, A Secret Code. And here's the picture. So what I usually tell the kids to do is to lay down and close their eyes, and while I'm reading, try to picture what's going on in your mind. And then when I say picture, you guys know to pop up because there's a picture and you guys can see it, okay? So here we go. Jack reached into his drawer and took out his secret library card. He held the thin piece of wood and ran his fingers over its shimmering letters. M-L. And do you guys remember what that stands for? See if you can remember. It was a long time ago. Master Librarian, he whispered. Jack couldn't believe that he and his sister Annie were finally master librarians. He wondered if he should pack the secret card to take on vacation. His family was about to leave for a week in the mountains. Just then, Annie stuck her head into Jack's room. Want to check the woods? She asked. Every morning, they looked in the Frog Creek woods to see if Morgan Le Fay and her magic treehouse had returned. We can't, said Jack. We're leaving soon. But what if Morgan's there? Said Annie. What if she's waiting for us? Okay, said Jack. Let's look fast. He grabbed his backpack and he threw in his notebook, his pencil, and his secret library card. Then he followed Annie downstairs. We'll be back soon, Annie called. Don't go far, their dad called. We're leaving in 20 minutes. Don't worry, we'll be back in 10, said Annie. Right, thought Jack. 5 minutes to the woods and 5 minutes back. Even if Morgan sent them on an adventure, they would return at exactly the same time that they left. Jack and Annie ran out their front door. In the bright morning sunshine, they hurried across their lawn and down the street. I had a nightmare last night, said Annie. What was it? Said Jack. I dreamed fires were burning, said Annie. Everything was smoky and dark, and the ground was shaking. Do you think it was a warning? Nah, said Jack. Nightmares never come true. They left the sidewalk and headed into the Frog Creek woods. The woods were quiet and peaceful, and they walked between sunlit trees until they came to the tallest oak tree in the woods. Yay! Said Annie. There it was, the magic treehouse, and Morgan Le Fay was waving from the window. Hail, master librarians, she said. Jack and Annie bowed playfully. At your service, said Annie. Then come on up, said Morgan. They grabbed the rope ladder and started up. When they climbed inside the treehouse, they found Morgan holding a piece of paper. I have an important mission for you, she said. Are you ready? Yes, they both answered. Jack's heart pounded. Ever since Morgan had made them master librarians, he had been longing for their first mission. You know, I collect books for Camelot Library, right? She said. Jack and Annie nodded. Well, there have been many great libraries lost in history, said Morgan, and with them, we have lost many wonderful stories. That's sad, said Annie. It is, said Morgan, but luckily, with the help of the treehouse and you two master librarians, some of those stories can be saved, such as this one. And Morgan showed them the piece of paper. There it was, with strange writing on it. And I don't know if I'm going to say this right, friends. Vir fortimus in mundo. I'll have to look it up and make sure that that's the right way. Is that a secret code? Said Jack. Morgan smiled. In a way, she said. Actually, it's the title of a lost story. It's written in Latin, the language of the ancient Romans of Italy. Ancient Romans? Said Jack. He loved anything to do with ancient Romans. Yes, said Morgan. This story was in a library in a Roman town. I need you to get it before the library becomes lost forever. No problem, said Annie. Do you have your secret library cards? Asked Morgan. Yes, said Jack, Good. Don't lose them. The right people will know what they mean, said Morgan. And as usual, here's a book to help you. Morgan handed Jack a book called Life in Roman Times. The cover showed a Roman town with people wearing tunics and sandals. That looks great, said Jack. And take this. The name of the story I need, said Morgan, and she handed the piece of paper to Jack and put it in his backpack. Remember, said Morgan, your research book will guide you. But remember, in your darkest hour, only the ancient story can save you. But first, you must find it. Jack and Annie nodded. Go now, Morgan said softly, and don't forget what I just told you. Thanks, said Jack. He pointed at the cover on the Roman Times. I wish we could go there. The wind started to blow. I almost forgot. I'm going to help you blend in, Morgan shouted above the wind. What do you mean? Jack shouted. But before Morgan could answer, the treehouse started to spin. All right, boys and girls, this is our favorite part. So we say, the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and then everything was still. Absolutely still. All right, I hope you said it with me. Oh, cool, whispered Annie. Look at us. And that's where the chapter ends, okay? So chapter 2 is called The End is Near, and we'll save that for tomorrow. All right, I hope you guys like it. See you later.